Hello everyone, Infamous Kid here with a new video. Starting to try to shake things up for a bit. I decided I want to make a video explaining how I make the emojis that I make for a little Discord that I'm a part of for a very special YouTuber. So essentially guys, this video is about emojis that I make for Discord, specifically for one in particular Discord that I'm a part of. It's called Gamer J Lee's Discord. Now, Gamer J Lee, he is a very cool YouTuber that I have been subscribed to ever since I heard, or I started looking up some information on PC gaming, and more specifically, Halo 5 on PC, because one of his videos talking about Halo 5, at least in part, coming to PC, was the one I found of him. Basically explaining, 343's explanation of the graphics requirements and whatnot for Halo 5 on PC, and I found it to be very interesting. And after a while, I started finding more of his videos because it was around the content that I'm actually into, which is Halo. So I decided, you know what, screw it. After a while, I'd subscribe, and well, now I'm on his server. So with that introduction out the way to him, let's get into the emojis I make. So I decided one day, since the guys who were working on emojis for the server, they were testing out making some emojis, and one of the dudes who was actually in charge of uploading them was having a hard time setting them up. So I made a little test emoji that's called my little cat tiger emoji. And after a while, I made some emojis for the Discord, and well, now we're here talking about this one. This one little emoji that actually sort of won me over as the class A designer in the server. So I haven't really made that many emojis, but there are some that are still work in progress. Right now, what I'm gonna do is explain my mental process for creating the heart emoji that I made on Gamer server, which is his gamer love heart. So this emoji, guys, is very simple. What I did was I actually took the Windows 10 emoji, which is Microsoft's set of emojis that they have for Windows. I decided to take their heart emoji and manipulate it a little bit. I changed the color of it. I added a special stroke effect on it that also involves some gradient effects. And then I also used that same emoji, the color effects on it are what really changes it. The interior design of it, which I'll actually get a close-up on here right now, which is the real meat of it. What I do is I actually start off with the emoji itself, and then what I do is I work myself on the background, because these emojis actually have by default, when I actually create these things, they actually come with transparency. So this is actually the transparent window, all of what you see here in this square, that is the transparency slash resolution of it, and by default it's just a transparent image that is just being filled in with extra stuff. So that being said, getting back to this, I just color it and I add the gradient effect like how you see here. Well, I actually worry about the gradient effect last, but for the most part that's what it's going to look like in the end result. Then I just put a layer. I actually layered I was actually modeling the interior of the heart after Google's YouTube gaming icon, which has this crystal effect, and I was going for a crystal-esque look on his heart. Granted, this isn't crystal enough. I could actually make it even more crystal by adding some extra effects on here, making certain spots lighter, other spots slightly darker, and whatnot. And that's for all of these colors that you see here. But I decided against that because it would just take a little bit too long, and while great art is bound by the effort you put into it, I decided this was something that just doesn't need to wait. So what I did was I just decided screw the waiting, and I just worked on this emoji for what it was. So essentially, guys, afterwards, after making the green heart, what I did was I worked on the blue heart. After working on the blue heart, by the way, the gradient effect on the blue heart is actually the reverse of the green heart. Notice how it's darker down here and it gets lighter to the top with these special cutoff effects that I have here with the gradient. As you can see over here on the gradient stops area. Originally, when I was showing where to make these gradient stops, I was actually going by the UI, like aligning the stops to different parts of the UI, like maybe trying to align it to this, or even just these little square bits here, or whatever. But then I thought, you know what, no, I should be doing it to the grid that's actually in the canvas, because that is a little bit more reliable compared to this. And yeah, afterwards I then decide, you know what, screw it, I'll finish it off with a little tag in here that actually shows Gamer for who he truly is, and that is love. Because honestly, Gamer, in my opinion, is just one of those guys where he's brutal about things, but he's brutal for a reason. And he's passionate about it, and he puts his heart and soul into it. And for me, he has a lot of love behind it, despite, you know, his anger towards certain things. And yeah, that's basically my process. Just a whole batch of layering. As a matter of fact, if I were to show you guys the process of how this works in the real world sense, it'd basically be like this. And there you have it. It'd basically be text, background, text, background, text. On paper, that's how it would be. Optionally, I would have done something along these lines, but then I thought, nah, that doesn't look nice. But yeah, that's basically the creation of Gamer's Heart. Hope you guys enjoyed this little behind the scenes. Have a wonderful day.